This is Little Dipper.
It's just little old me.
Why have we given Appa that voice? That's so not the voice he would have.
I was doing Little Gideon, but earlier it was Mr. Bill.
Little Mr. Bill.
I'll get down in his pants.
Oh no!
Twincest.
So, message in this one was the Invisible Wizard is watching. Which was like, I think you pointed out something which there was a great opportunity.
There was a great opportunity they missed. Like, I mean, it was cute where she's like, oh, is it invisible? He's like, you have to say some sort of spell. I was like, it would have been way funnier, at least in my opinion, if he's like, no, there's no invisible wizard. And she opens it and there's a wizard.
There's a wizard, yeah. It's like, oh, well, this is just a giant coincidence. Really, this is not a result of a wizard.
It's like, wow, there actually is a wizard there. But that has nothing to do with, like, because I was just waiting for it. I was like, please be a wizard in there. Please be a wizard in there.
The great thing
there was
would
such
be,
build-up for it.
The greatest, I think the funniest thing would be if in one of the future episodes, like, there
There's
actually
an
is an
invisible
invisible wizard that comes out of the closet. Yeah.
It's like Three Amigos. You killed the invisible swords.
Yeah.
Well, shut up.
So this one, Dipper finds out that Mabel is a,
Millimeter.
Yeah, millimeter.
That only
taller.
works if you're in Canada.
You're only taller in Canada, yeah.
Great joke.
And so he finds this crystal that can make people bigger or smaller, and he puts on a flashlight, which I love. Again, a great setup using the flashlight to make people grow bigger, smaller.
It's like a growth saber. Like,
Yeah.
That was only like,
And they start messing around with it, and Gideon gets his hands on it, shrinks Dipper and Mabel, and now they have to stop him from taking over the shack. And at the end, tickling wins the day, as it usually does. And
Twincest.
and Gideon vows to get revenge on them once again. I like the fact we return a little bit to him having the book, you know, and a little bit more to that. Because last time we saw him, like, he was dressed as, like, he was in, like, the Pioneer Day or something like that, throwing tomatoes at Stan, and it's kind of like, okay, but it's like, wait a minute, what happened to the big revenge and everything? So we get that back here.
Yeah, I think this was a good episode. I don't quite know what to think about it. I thought there'd be more with the mystery with the book and little Gideon coming back because he has book 2.
You know, I'm just
maybe I just thought there would be like a little more development on that front, but
I'm just gonna say it. Like, you know, the episode is okay, it's still decent stuff, but it's like, I hate shrink episodes. I hate episodes where somebody's small and they have to get around and stuff, because they're never funny and they're never that interesting. It's like, oh no, you're small, now everything seems big. Yes, and there's like no cool worlds you come across.
There were only a couple of really good moments. Like, I like seeing the inside of Gideon's pocket.
Yeah,
like
and the sparkly hair and stuff like that.
I did like him feeding the giant gummy bear to Mabel.
Yeah, it doesn't get really funny until about like maybe halfway through when they bring out the. It brings out the gerbil. He has the.
He just pokes it.
Yeah, he pokes
like,
it and then declares his victory and runs off.
I did like the giant caterpillar too that crushed the cars. The car alarms going off. Beep, 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 but
in my opinion, there is one major laugh at the very end, which I told you about. I had to actually pause it the first time I saw it. And that's when they're tickling him, and Stan's just like, I don't know how to react to this. Look, maybe you should run your plans across your friends, you know, do a little workshop. And he's still laughing.
Awkward silence.
Yeah, he just goes, okay, here we go. And he rolls him out with his foot.
Off the floor, yeah, onto the carpet there. All right, here we go. Out the door, okay.
I mean, it was so funny. And
just him kicking him and rolling him.
It's such a great character. It's such a Stan thing to do. Just roll him off with his foot. And there's strangely enough, when Zeus comes in with when he gets shrunken down, that's sort of where it gets really funny too, because him shrunken down was pretty funny.
Yeah. There was definitely something different here.
And I like they destroy the crystal, and then they look and they see Zeus is spelled out. Help,
glue,
Zeus.
glue, lots of glue.
So you know, and again, I think with this one we were talking about sort of the obvious morals and stuff. This one, like, they literally say the moral. Ha ha! You might
this
have
was
tricked
not.
me too if
this
you
was
didn't
not
have your.
This was not a brilliant execution.
If only you
of the
didn't
moral.
bicker. So
the last few have been really good. This one, I mean, they can't all be perfect. So
yeah, you know, and the height thing is fun. I mean, that's definitely a sibling thing to argue about height and stuff. But
just
yes,
Little Gideon, what a creeper.
I think he's a great villain.
There's something about
he's
him.
both really funny and intimidating.
he's funny and intimidating and just so odd. I'm just like, ugh.
Well, he's like those little.
Why, it's just little old me.
He's sort of like a mix between those beauty pageant kids and like those sham ministers that claim they can heal
what
people.
What are you gonna do?
Psychics
I'm
and
gonna
stuff.
annihilate my arch enemy's entire family. Look, when he says it with that little southern drawl, it's like,
Widow me.
little me.
I think the other thing too. I can't remember if we saw her before, but the mother Gideon's mother gets a little bit more
What
attention.
the
and
fuck? That's like something out of American Beauty.
Yeah,
the next door neighbor's mother.
Yeah, they do a few things with her, and they never go quite too far. They always keep it just that right distance where it's like you're not quite sure what's going on with her.
Just keep vacuuming.
You just know she's miserable and uncomfortable, and it's just accepted.
You know how I know
defeat.
this wasn't as a plot-intensive, great episode? I can actually remember a number of the lines because normally I'm so distracted by everything else that's going on with the story that I have trouble remembering the lines. But this one, I'm like coughing them up like crazy, and so are you.
Yeah, isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah.
It's like the more you remember the lines in this one in the show, actually.
Yeah, in this show,
sort of like
if
the
I
lesser the
remember
episode.
a lot of lines, my guess is I'm not as invested in the actual story.
Yeah, because the others, it's like there's so many good lines and so many good scenes. That is kind of weird the way I think about it.
Good episode.
Yeah,
not
I mean,
great.
it's still good, you know. Like I said, I've never, as soon as I saw, like, you know, Gideon shrink them down, I'm just like, oh, here we go. But it's really not that bad. It's you know, I just never found the whole being shrink down thing that interesting. Like, even in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, it's like, no, it's like the grown-ups are more fun and the sets are cool. Like, the actual, let's go, and
Auntie! Auntie!
Who cares?
And you have no heart. You hate waddles. You hate Auntie. You hate all creatures, great and small.
all creatures big and small.
All creatures, big and small, are a blight to you, aren't they?
I don't hate them. They're just kind of dull. They are. They just are.
But the giant cookie was cool.
Yes, because I want that cookie. Even today, I'm just like, oh my god, I want that cookie. I'm gonna get some cookies.
Let's get some Little Debbie's.
Let's do it.